Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we are going to go over the multiverse tier list. First, I'm going to change a few things because, oopsies, you'll never guess that I forgot to do that. uh, who would have guessed? Unprofessional me. But anyways, this is going to be why? Okay, this is going to be the 2v2 video because as it being like the most important part of the game, what it's striving for, I think it's a little more important to know who's good for 2v2s. And I have about 35 hours in the game, so I think I'm valid enough to kind of talk about the game. So we'll go first. In 2v2s, Arya is in like borderline A minus character. I would say she's A minus. She's not able to really do as much as you can in 1v1s where she is one of the best. Like, if this is 1v1s, she's S tier, easily. But this isn't. And I'm also going to leave timestamps in the description if I'm not lazy enough to forget. But in 2v2, she's not able to do as much. She still has some uses like the stun and like the pie and whatnot. However, there are other characters that can do that are much better, that can handle their own in 2v2s. Oh, so it's supposed to be A+. I'm a mess right now. It's like 9 degrees outside today. Batman in 2v2s, I'd say he's an A character, borderline A+, but I don't think he quite has it. Um, Super good. The smoke can be useful, but that's not really that useful, all things considered. He has a good neutral, good combos, and it's just like he has some moves that don't really work when you're facing people that are actually good in the game, like grappling hook. That move normally gets countered by half of the good characters. So he goes in A tier. He definitely has the potential, and especially paired with another vertical player who is using like the vertical perks, he can be very good. Bugs Bunny, I think is A plus, personally. I mean, this is my tier list, so of course it's personally. He also has utility, a lot of things he can spam to keep the stuff going. He has a decent combo slash punish game. There's not too much holding him back. Besides, I think he does like maybe not enough damage, maybe not enough utility, like consistent utility. It's kind of hard to apply pressure with his utility like some other top tiers, which we'll get into in a second. And he's just not quite able to do that. But I mean, he is still very good. He can hold his hand. He can hold his own. A good Bugs Bunny could be S tier in 2v2s. Now, Jake, I think is S tier. I think he has great strength. He can handle his own in neutral. If he had like some better item play, it would be better. But he can also throw the gems. But overall, it's his power and his ability to buff his team with the perks, which are it's a lot easier to get coins with a teammate. So you're able to see more item play. Like half the time when I'm playing Jake, or no, sorry, Finn. Half the time when I'm playing Finn, I can buy several buffs per turn. I can buy 3 buffs. Like I'll get like 2 speeds and 1 armor. So I think he's very good. He does not get held back. He doesn't have trouble. He can get zoned out kind of hard. He's very counterable, but he's still very solid. I think this is probably the best character in 2v2s, besides like supports, which we'll get into. Harley just has a really good neutral, very good projectile and campy play. Like she has the mini buddy, which we can blow up, can get some good combo starters going, get free kills if it hits, and you can connect like your up special or like one of your up moves. And then also she can apply pressure with the balloons, which once again you get hit by that, and that can lead to a free kill from her if you're over 100. Harley Quinn is just really nuts. Honestly, like in singles, these are like the 3 best characters in the game, but in doubles, Arya doesn't quite make it. She does not. She can't really. I don't think she's really that good. But yeah, Harley Quinn is pretty nuts. She kind of has everything you want going for her. Besides that, her spike isn't the craziest, but you can honestly hit Hammer off stage. You can hit Nair off stage. Like she doesn't really struggle. She's a very good character, especially with the ignite and stuff too. Very good. Jake, I would say A. I could see A plus. I can understand an argument for A plus. Uh, Jake, his forward air is just one of the best moves in the game. You can angle for free spikes on controller. It's really hard to do it on PC as somebody who plays it on PC. Like a PC Jake already goes down a few points, but Jake is probably one of the most underrated characters in this game. I could honestly put him in an A plus, but I'm not too quite confident on it yet because he does have some moves that don't really get to do much. And Jake is definitely a character that can run you. Very strong, has some good control. If he just had like a projectile, he'd be pretty good. But he like doesn't have a projectile. If he had a projectile, he'd be A plus. If you because like he's just a good puncher. So Garnet I think is a B tier character. Not too many people doing anything with her. Like I just don't think she is strong enough. Like her buffs are pretty good, but it's kind of hard for her to carry her own when like up close. Even though she shouldn't struggle with that, but in like 2v2 she really does, and her buffs just aren't really good enough. I could see some argument for her being the worst character in the game, and I wouldn't really doubt it. I wouldn't really argue it too much. But yeah, Raindog, easy S tier character. Raindog enables characters like Harley and Finn to play uber aggressive because Raindog can just pull them back in, and Raindog does not struggle to do damage. Raindog is easy to see a match where Raindog has like almost 300 damage casually without even like playing cracked. Raindog is just does damage and really supports whoever their teammate is for allowing them to play as aggressive as they want, which in Finn and Harley's case is really good. Like honestly, Harley Raindog is probably the best duo in the game. Shaggy, I think A plus. I mean, Shaggy's really good, and I think it's more of a case of people are just really annoying with Shaggy. Like there are a lot of really annoying Shaggy, but if I see like a high level Shaggy, I'm assuming they're just gonna run off stage, charge, come back to stage, try to hit me with side special, and then rinse and repeat. But Shaggy does have a lot. He has probably the strongest neutral game in the game, besides maybe Finn, and he can really hold on. I don't think he struggles to kill too much. He's just kind of lacking in some areas. Like combo game isn't really the craziest. Like he's not a combo god. Like Finn can combo pretty easily. I just think if he's a bit stronger, he'd be a bit higher, and you can really cheese your way through with Shaggy. Superman I think is also an A plus character. I think he has a lot of utility. He can play really campy, then get really close and hit you. Super tanky. He isn't slow enough for like what he does. Weirdly, and I think I don't think he's a slept-on character. There's one character I would say that I think is the most underrated character in the game. We'll get there when we get there, but yeah, Superman's really good. If you face a good Superman, you know how painful it is. He can even carry his own in 1v1s, and 1v1s he's worse though. But Steven I think is an A minus character. Pretty strong. Like I'd say he's stronger than Garnet in terms of damage. His shields can be really annoying if you set them up properly. He has the healing. He has like some range explosives. But altogether, he's a little wonky. No one's really playing him. And as a support character, I don't think he gives enough for the team. Though his being able to shield is really good with his neutral dodge. But like that, like he has enough to put him in A minus, but I don't think he has enough to put him in A, just because no one plays him, and I don't think his support is enough. Now Taz is a character I'm really tempted to put into S tier. Super tempted. I think Taz is the most slept-on character in the game. I don't see a lot of people putting him high, because people think he only has Tornado, which is one of the strongest moves in the game, arguably. If someone's at ledge and they're like 100%, it's going to be hard for you to not kill them, honestly. But yeah, Taz really does have a lot going for him. His projectile is really good. You can do like some quick stuff with his projectile that enables him to get some hits off. When he turns someone into a chicken, there's like nothing they can do about it. I mean, people are really good at moving away when you're in a chicken, weirdly. But yeah, I mean, he does so much. His spike's pretty powerful. It's not like crazy, but it's pretty powerful. He had like you can do some jab combos, like jab down air. Like he can do some good combos off jab. And once you turn him into a chicken, you get like 15-20 seconds of them not be able to do anything besides run away. So I'd say Tom and Jerry. If it wasn't for Void, I'd put him in A. but you can really do a lot with them. You can be really annoying with them, and they do have a lot going for them. You know, with the projectiles, they can spam. If you're playing another zoner who has other good projectiles, say like it could be Taz, could be like Bugs Bunny. Um, I mean, like this is like the top projectile character, but even like Velma. Pair with another zoner, you have some zoner perks and like projectile perks on them. They're super good. They can combo just fine. They have a good neutral, but it's mostly their ability to be able to zone. And in 2v2s, it's super hard to deal with them. In singles, Tom and Jerry is one of like the worst of characters, like an A- character. But in doubles, completely different. In doubles, Tom and Jerry's a monster, and it's just super hard to deal with. Now this pick is probably a little controversial, but I think Velma's an S tier character. I think Velma, she can really do a lot of damage with projectiles. Campy Velma is better than a Campy Jerry. She has some very strong, like down special is super. Like she has like a very strong spike. She has some good, like she just has a lot of good moves. That get underestimated because of the fact that she can really sit back and like she can have some nice buffs for her teammates. Being able to call the cops is really strong. Even though it isn't that hard to break it, especially for someone like Taz, and just side special it kind of gets broken. But I mean, you get hit by the cop car, if you get off stage, you're dead. I mean, you like it will go like straight to blast down. And you could couple that with like some of the nice buffs she can give, being able to heal her teammate with her neutral special, and the fact that that also will go through the teammate and do monstrous damage. She's a character that can really sweep, really do a lot, and I do think she is one. Her and Taz are like probably the most slept on characters in the game. Jerry probably third, but I think people are starting to realize that Jerry's pretty good. Tom and Jerry, that is. And then the last one, I think Wonder Woman's an A tier character. I don't think she's quite good enough in singles. I mean, her armor is really good, and lasso setups can be good, but all in all, she's a little too slow. She's really tanky, but her power can be a little not much. And I have 20 hours in Wonder Woman, by the way, roughly. So like I truly think she is like a middle of the line A tier character, even though technically she wouldn't be middle of the line because how the tier list is, where most of the characters are on like the up and up. But this game is really balanced. Any of these characters do work in doubles. A good Garnet will still run your fade if you're not good enough with like Harley Quinn or Jake. It really is a matter of skill, though the tier list does help, which is why it literally only goes down to B. Yeah, Wonder Woman has some good stuff, but like you're gonna need like a support isn't gonna help her enough. Maybe Velma, but like she isn't able to cover enough for her team. If you know, if your teammate isn't great, like she's not bad, definitely usable. It's kind of like her combos are kind of nice, but you miss input, and she has a lot of end lag on her moves, and her movement speed is just really slow, so it can be hard to get punishes and stuff. And her combo game isn't the craziest, but yes, this was the 2v2 video. 1v1 video will be recorded right now, but it will be up tomorrow. Depends how long it takes me to edit this video, because being lazy, because I also do want to timestamp it. So, yeah, thanks for watching.